Welcome to Golf Tips. My name is Trevor Moore, teaching professional with Advantage Golf Academy down at Cottonwood Coulee Golf Course. I want to talk a little bit about some finer points around the green when it comes to hitting chip shots. One of those things that you want to think about when hitting a chip shot is your surroundings or the situation you're in, because that can impact your shot and or club selection. Specifically shots that are on an uphill slope. All right, when we're on an uphill slope, it's going to make it very easy for us to hit the shot very high. It's not going to roll a lot. But the problem is, when we set up to hit those shots properly, people always leave them short because the ball went higher than expected and it rolled less than expected. So when we look at hitting these shots, what we want to do is stand here and imagine how we would normally want to hit the shot. First thing we do is we hop into our stance. Rather than having my shoulders sort of level, which we would on a regular shot, I want to have my shoulders tilt to match the slope that I'm chipping off of. So the more aggressive the slope I'm standing on, the more aggressive the shoulder tilt. And that shoulder tilt helps us slide the club underneath the golf ball a little better. It allows us to catch it on the upswing. We're going to hit it higher. Again, downside is it goes higher, rolls less, and if we're not anticipating it, we end up short. If we get in the meat and potatoes down here nice and close, you're going to find that as soon as we lean our shoulders back or tilt our shoulders, we start adding loft to our club face. Essentially, we're turning an 8-iron into a pitching wedge, or a pitching wedge into a lob wedge. So we're adding loft to that, and that's the reason it goes higher and rolls less than we normally expect. So if I'm standing here hitting this shot, and I would normally maybe grab my lob wedge, one of the things I want to really set up to do is add the loft into the swing a little bit, or less loft in the swing. I'm going to go down to my pitching wedge. Now on flat ground, the pitching wedge isn't going to work here. It's going to roll too much. But as soon as I match it to the slope that I'm on, the ball goes a little higher, rolls a little less naturally, and the shot works out just fine for me. The only other scenario is to continue to use the lob wedge like I would, but you have to really guard against it by making a much bigger swing than normal. But don't forget to adapt to the slope. Shoulders have to match the slope, and then you must adjust your swing speed or the loft of your club accordingly, or you'll end up short all day long. Get out there, play with these shots, have a look at how much the slope affects the loft of your shot, and you'll find that you'll save scores for it. Pay attention to the details. See you next week.